Welcome into 49ers Halftime Live. Thanks for joining us here on the NBC Sports Bay Area YouTube channel. Laura Britt, Donte Whitner, Joe Staley, Takeo Spikes, and the 49ers are down 4 to the Houston Texans at Levi's Stadium, 7-3 the score here at the half, as we've gotten a full half of football now to see Trey Lance in his second NFL start. It's rookie quarterback v. rookie quarterback, Davis Mills, under center for the Houston Texans. It's his 10th start, so just to give you some perspective there. But everyone wants to talk about Trey Lance. The big story today heading into this game is Trey Lance. What have you seen from the rookie quarterback in the first half of this game?
Not a bunch of anything. He's running around, trying to improvise, bad throws. That last play right there to Terrence Mitchell should have been thrown, should have been intercepted. I didn't really see him being decisive and confident until that last drive of the second quarter to Deebo Samuel, to Ayuk. But, I'm not seeing, what they were talking about in practice, about him taking that next step. I think they lied to us.
No.
So, yes, right now.
I think in the pregame show.
I know you want to say that, but I think they lied to us. He's not looking as good as they said he was. And it's going to take a lot of fight for the 49ers to win this game. You don't want to let these Houston Texans hang around. And now they're getting confident. They had their hands on 2 balls. One that he threw interception on, that he forced in there, and the second one to Terrence Mitchell. So I'm not saying panic. I'm just saying they need to step it up and stop playing down to the level of competition right now.
It's early in his career and his development, but you are seeing the reasons why they were a little bit reluctant to put him out in the field early. And for me, it's about the tempo that he's playing with right now. He looks a little bit uncomfortable in the pocket, especially taking the dropbacks from under center. That's 3-5 step drop. And then, that first read's not there. I think he still has that mentality that he's trying to get up and out of the pocket too quick. But that being said, he does have something when he gets out of the pocket, being able to create on the run. But like you said, you want to see more from just an overall game plan. I think you're kind of a little bit scrambling of what's their identity, how we're going to build this offensive game plan around Trey. And then again, third downs, unable to convert on third down consistently, you're going to have hard time consistently being able to run the ball, which I think is what they wanted to do in the first half.
I think he got into a better rhythm the last drive of the second half, well, first half, second quarter. And the more and more I think about it, it seems to me that he's feeling more comfortable in the shotgun. He was more decisive on that last drive. The disappointing thing is being able to see him. I didn't like the play calls the first quarter. Then they loosened up even more, and then he wasn't as decisive. It was almost like I think I'm processing it, but it's not processing, and that's the disappointing thing. So I'm waiting to see how he comes back out third quarter to see if he gets into more of a rhythm, and if he does that, then I think it will kind of create some type of momentum on the offensive side.
I wonder how much too. Trey sitting in those meeting rooms and hearing from the quarterback coach and Kyle Shanahan, like, take care of the football, take care of the football. We win the game if we don't turn the ball over. I wonder how much that's kind of playing into his psyche about, don't take these big chances downfield, because that's where he's at his best. He has the huge arm. He has that ability in the play action to go downfield, and you want to see that, but I wonder if that's affecting him at all.
Yeah, but reading his body mannerism, and you spoke on it, he's hitching. That means he's not confident in what he's seeing. And in the back of his mind, he's saying, don't turn the ball over. By then, the hole is closed. Mm-hmm. So when we talk about Jimmy Garoppolo, he's making a decision. He's throwing the ball in there. Trey Lance is like, I'm not sure what coverage this is. And by the time he figures it out, he's running around trying to improvise. He's going to have to get more simple. They're going to have to give him more simple reads, get the ball out, and depend heavily on the run, because I don't trust Trey Lance right now. I'm going to tell you that right now. I just don't trust him.
Well, up until that last drive, he had only had 8 attempts. So they were trying to use Elijah Mitchell. They were trying to use Deebo Samuel, even George Kittle, in different ways to take some of that pressure off of Trey Lance. Before we move on from Trey Lance, there's something that I feel like a lot of our viewers are probably wondering at home, too. Takeo, you and I were talking about this during the game. You start to wonder, this is his rookie season, only his second NFL start. Well, all the other rookies that have been starting for their teams now have those snaps under their belt, now have that live NFL action. You start to look ahead to next season. And again, we're at halftime in week 17 of the 2021 season. But people are thinking about this. Nothing can replicate NFL action, right?
Yeah, and we're talking about live playing in front of everybody. Pressure is on. You're getting pressure. That's when it matters. And I know a lot of people are They were expecting him to come out and be able to make plays. You hear Fred Warner talking about, hey, you got to take strategic chances in practice. That's how you build the confidence. We have yet to see that. And it's quite alarming. And that's the reason why I kind of alluded to it going into the second half. Maybe if they put him into the shotgun more, maybe he would get more into a rhythm.
And not even just the shotgun, but I think also where his skill set and where he feels most comfortable is outside the pocket. You know, there's ways to build it up, not just doing boot actions, but you can do rollouts, do max protect, get the offensive line moving to where you get him to create where he feels like he's kind of creating on the run, creating on the go, and kind of doing those unscripted plays. But he still has an easy 1-2 read, touchdown, check down. But it's just got to process, go a little bit quicker, and that all comes with time. Like, we're judging him right now on his second start in the NFL, and it does not look good. But the processing in the NFL, that all comes with reps, as we all know. I mean, we're not nearly as good our rookie year as we become later on.
And then one thing I want to add to that, you know, he only played in 17 collegiate games, started. And so when you look at that and you look at big picture, well, he didn't even play last year because of COVID. One game because of COVID. And so when you put all of that into the equation, he needs more work, like period, and another good offseason. Hopefully that will activate the processing or the process of elimination. Now he can get to the line of scrimmage and understand, okay, I have this coverage. I'm anticipating the safety coming down. I see a window coming behind him, or I can hit the deep out in a cover 3 instance. So I just think it's going to take more reps. But right now, we need Trey Lance to be able to convert on third down and put his team in position to be able to get points.
And that's why I felt like we've been bamboozled. They've been telling us all week how impressive he's looked in practice. And I'm like, how can you simulate that? You can't simulate that in practice. He's going against the first team defense. They're telling him where to throw the ball. So when I was hearing that, I'm like, uh-oh, something is fishy around there. And we've seen what it is. He's not ready to play, guys. You know it. You guys see it. He's not ready to play. He's not making the proper reads. He's actually about to turn the football over. They're going to have to depend heavily on the run game and get away with a win anyway, by any means. And I think the defense is going to have to step up.
Well, let's switch gears to the defense before we go here on 49ers Halftime Live. If you're just now joining us, the Niners trailing the Texans 7-3. The score here at the half. Laura, Britt, Donte, Whitner, Joe Staley, Takeo, Spikes. Donte, I do want to switch gears to the defense. Brandon Cooks has been the threat, really, that the Texans are using. Burkhead has been stopped. I think the defense has done a great job of stopping the run. But now Brandon Cooks at the half. If you're D'Amico Ryans, what are you telling your guys? How do you stop Cooks?
Anywhere he's at, we're playing man coverage. All eyes on Brandon Cooks. Make everybody else beat us. We don't care about Burkhead either. We saw this story last week with A.J. Brown. We can't allow this to happen again. So wherever he is, we're doubling him, and we're going to make Miles Davis Mills beat. Yeah, I thought you Miles Davis Mills beat us with his arm, but we're not going to allow Brandon Cooks to beat us.
And we got to get a turnover. We got to get some kind of big play to create momentum. I mean, that has to be the message, not just on defense, but also special teams. Something to spark this team in the second half.
Yeah, and bottom line is this. I talked about it in the pregame show. He's tied 5th overall for third down conversions when it comes to receptions. We're talking about Brandon Cooks. You better double him. Or you're going to face the media the same thing back-to-back 2 weeks in a row? They got to do it.
The 49ers have some changes and adjustments they need to make in the second half. After the game, flip it to NBC Sports Bay Area. I'll be joined by the fellas for 49ers Post Game Live. We'll see you then.
Yeah, he don't.